All right,
Jonathan.
welcome. We're here with Jacob Topping, who's trying to talk over me in my introduction. So he can talk over me later, but for now, we're going to talk about Sunfrog, which is a great, another great print-on-demand website that people can go there and find stuff. You don't have to bring your own traffic, but if you do bring your own traffic, there is a ton of great commissions. So if you're already promoting your own shirts, you can promote other people's shirts. If you see some great shirts, you can start promoting those. And if you see some good designs, and they also have some things that maybe you can't create yourself. And we're going to go through all that kind of stuff. But welcome, Jacob, and let's get right into it.
All right, so Shawn, we're here. Last week we did Redbubble, and we talked about all of the crazy things you can do. I think we made 55 items on a brand new Redbubble account when we were on the call. This week we're doing Sunfrog, as you mentioned, and you've already let the cat out of the bag. The special feature, the one thing that sets Sunfrog, blows away any of the other pods, is the affiliate commission links. Okay, so we're going to get into how they work. We're going to get into creating a new account so you can see exactly how to do it. We are going to set up a brand new account live during the call. I'm also going to get into a number of the spaces that you might not be aware of if you're new to Sunfrog or if you haven't seen the Sunfrog ecosystem before. I'm going to go through the Sunfrog, the blog. So they have a blog that they regularly update with new content. I'm going to go over the Sunfrog YouTube channel. I'm going to point out a couple of groups of videos, which I think everybody should watch, whether you're on Sunfrog or not. It's free. It's on YouTube. You don't need special access. You don't even have to be a Sunfrog member. And it will show you some things there that can be applicable across any of the print-on-demand sites. So I think that'll be really helpful. I'm going to go across the Sunfrog Academy. Again, it's also free. It's premium education content, and it covers a number of things that are applicable across all of the pods, but they really do personalize it for Sunfrog. I mean, they're a company. We're going to go through the public site for Sunfrog. So there's a public-facing site. This is where customers would come, where they'd be discovering new designs for themselves. If you go into Google, I think there's some feedback now. Can you hear that? Be discovering. Okay, so we're going to go through the public site, and then finally we're going to go through the manager site. This is the part where you as a seller will sign into a Sunfrog account, and you'll create your designs. You'll upload your designs. You can customize things. You can change your designs. You can price your designs. You can do all kinds of stuff there in the manager account. You can track your sales. You can see how many sales you're getting, how many views you're getting, how many counts you're getting. You can add things. So like, unlike, let's say, another large print-on-demand, let's say Merch by Amazon, for example, they don't show you how many traffic you're getting. Sunfrog goes to great lengths to show you how many views you have, what your conversions are, how many sales you have, different time periods that you can see that for. And they even allow you to hook into your Sunfrog account, Google Analytics, and also Facebook Pixel. So if you want to drive traffic to your site, you can actually track and see who's coming, how often they're coming, when they're coming. There's all kinds of cool information. So before we get into all the Sunfrog things, I want to point out one important factor in this. I think we should probably do this for all of the pod shows when we do this every week, Shawn. I want to show people how much traffic is going to this website. We all know that Amazon.com is the largest e-commerce retailer in the world. They get the most traffic of any other online commerce sites. There's a few sites that get more traffic than Amazon.com, like Facebook or Google. But in terms of e-commerce, it's the platform to be on. And so if we say anything in comparison from Amazon or Merch by Amazon versus Sunfrog, in no way are we saying that Merch by Amazon is less useful for making sales or anything like that, but they are quite different. I'm going to compare a lot of the differences today. So earlier in the call, I think it was screen sharing my computer. Can people still see that now, Shawn, or is that?
No, we're not sharing right now. But before we get into this, there's one thing I want to make clear that, most people don't get is, when you have listings on one pod compared to, Amazon, for example, wherever people are used to going, that's where they're going to go. So people will always buy on Amazon. Well, they might also be always buying their shirts now. But if somebody's used to buying on Sunfrog or any of the other dozens of print-on-demand providers, then that's where they're going to go. If they want a shirt that says whatever, if they want a ferret shirt or a hamster shirt or whatever the hot thing they see on the news, they're going to go. They're immediately going to go to Sunfrog. They're not going to Google it. They're not going to go to Amazon unless they're used to going to Amazon. So that's what you have to think. We want to have our stuff out in as many places as possible. It's if you're an Amazon seller, it's like multi-channel fulfillment. You can send your stuff to Amazon, but then you also list it on, you can cross-list it on eBay and dozens of other places. And then when somebody buys it, you fulfill it. It's the same thing, getting your stuff out to as many pairs of eyes as you can, because people aren't going. It's not like you're buying a new TV and you're going to go research Walmart and Target and Best Buy to see who has the best price for your product. These people are going where they go, and there's going to be a shirt that matches their keywords. There's shirts for almost every keyword, and if they're not, the site's going to find something close anyway. So remember, the more sites you can get this stuff on, and that's why we're doing these webinars on these different print-on-demand sites. So the more sites that you get your image on, we're not talking about a lot of time here. Once you get the site down and all of them down, it's only taking minutes to put each design on there, and the upside is so huge. And with that, I really wanted to. I did have a little poll that we had discussed, so I'm going to launch that, and
yeah.
Everybody could help us out and vote. That's, what sites you want us to do next. We did schedule these two. The first one was very, very popular on the requests and the replays. So, if you can let us know which ones you're most interested in. I see Gear Bubbles going way out ahead. And then we know what to schedule in the future, because, of course, we'd like to do all of them, but that may not be necessarily a great idea or as popular. But we'd like to do whatever you guys think is.
I'm getting a message, Shawn. It says hosts and panelists can't vote. Look at that. I was gonna vote TeePublic. It's one of my favorites, but can't vote. So I'm curious to see what people say. So while people are voting, maybe not everybody's heard of them. So I'm gonna give you guys a brief kind of interesting thing about each one of those 5 choices. I'm going to go from the bottom up. So Zazzle is known for having a ton of products, guys. It's got over 1,400 products. It has services like Amazon Prime called Zazzle Black, which is worth interesting to look at. Something about Zazzle that maybe not everybody knows about. T-Chip is a powerhouse in terms of pricing, guys. They have such low blanket costs. If you want to make shirts for yourself, or if you want to ship them internationally, they do ship internationally, and they have really good pricing. So if you've got a business or somebody that wants to order a lot of shirts for themselves, T-Chip's a really neat option. And of course, if you're selling them to other people, you get more profit if the base cost is lower. Gear Bubble has a bunch of integrations. They integrate directly into Amazon.com. They have a Shopify integration. Gear Bubble's quite complex. They also have things like thermal mugs, right? So the mugs that change color when they're reacting with heat. So it's kind of a neat site. Rayjon's really popular in Europe, guys. I know it's popular in the US in certain areas, but in Europe it's more popular there. Rayjon has all over designs. They're really known for their sublimation shirts. And so if you're interested in shirts that have a print that goes beyond just the square box on the shirt, and it gets into the shoulders and the sleeves and the front, back, under the arms, the bottom, everywhere. Rayjon's really known for that. And then TeePublic, guys. TeePublic has some really cool pricing options. They have fixed pricing, and they actually do advertising for you. They also have tons of colored shirts. So I know people got excited with Merch by Amazon when they added pink and orange and some of the heather colors. But I think TeePublic's got over 40 colors per shirt. Last time I counted, I think it was 41 or 42, but it's really interesting. And beyond color, they actually reach certain audiences, and they retarget for you. So they'll take a portion of all your sales and they'll put it into marketing your designs on your behalf. So if you do a lot of organic stuff and you don't want to spend time marketing, they'll do it for you, which is kind of interesting. So that's just a brief overview about those 5 sites. I think we should cover them all at some point if people are wanting to know more about them. I don't know how much time they're going to have to vote.
I would say nobody cares about T-Chip.
Okay.
You voted for that, but I don't know if you can see the results of this, but
I cannot see them, no.
you can't see. Okay, so we'll run down. It's not like just private information. So 71% of everyone voted. I guess 9 people chose not to vote. But number one was Gear Bubble with well, now it's down to 67%. Because I guess the people are ashamed that didn't vote now. 16 people voted for Gear Bubble at 67%. Out of 24 votes so far. And then second would be, and this is changing because it's now up to 68, but then second was T-Public.
Yeah, T-Public's good.
7 votes at 28%. And then Zazzle was 23% at 6 out of 26 votes. And then Ray John had 2 votes at 8%.
Okay.
And still nobody likes T-Chip. So.
T-Chip gets not a lot of love. It's got an amazing pricing structure, guys. If you like making 60% commission, I mean, we should talk about T-Chip, but not everybody wants to make money. Some people just like the branding and they want to do what their friends are doing. So that's no problem. So, we can cover all these later as well.
Right, and we can do other webinars and all these. But I think the big question I get all the time before we start on this specific print on demand is, where can you get the most amount of money?
Yeah.
Well, I know you get this question a lot, but it's an important question for a person like me because. If you could upload it to all of these and you had the time, but maybe you don't have a following. But, I have a following and I have lots of mailing lists that we built for, different things, Legend of Zelda, and we do, to build different kind of fan bases. Other than what we, do here. So, if we already have a captive audience, we don't care how many customers they get. If we, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people watching that, are in the same boat. If you already have customers, you want to get the best, and you just need a T-shirt, which everyone basically has. Where should we go to do that?
Okay, so I'm going to answer this in a couple different ways. If you have a large audience, you want to market to them, they know and they trust you and they like the product that you have. Let's say it's a merchandise store for a YouTuber, or for like yourself, you've got audiences that are interested in specific topics. To be honest, Sunfrog is one of the best, guys. It gives you huge commissions. They do have a one sale customer for life policy. So basically, if you make a sale through Sunfrog, they will remarket to that person over and over through email. They'll know where the traffic came in from. So they come in, for example, from Facebook, for example, they remarket to that, or Pinterest, or Twitter, or even Google+. They're really into social media. They partner with like affiliates or with celebrities. They partner with athletes. They partner with all kinds of professionals in their fields. So if you've got an audience already and you want to market to them, Sunfrog is really a good option. I can see the results now. Look at that.
Yeah, they ended it.
Yeah. Obviously Amazon's a good one because people know Amazon. They trust Amazon. So either merch by Amazon or a direct Amazon connection can always be good if you're driving marketing to it. But if you're paying for marketing or you have an audience and you can send them somewhere, Sunfrog is really fantastic because they do remarket to your buyers. They go so far as to send out paper mail to people. If they're buying a lot, they'll actually send catalogs to them. You can also create your own storefronts. You can create categories if you want. There's all kinds of different things you can do. And all of the pods, as you mentioned, Shawn, before, there are a lot of pods. There's a reason why there's a bunch, is because each one really specifically focuses on a certain style, a certain type of buyer and seller, both sides. And they all have some superpowers. I like to call them superpowers, things that they can do that other pods can't do, right? So I would say, for example, Merch by Amazon, their superpower is the brand of Prime, okay? The brand of Prime. Not necessarily the speed of Prime or the service itself, but the brand that it has, the recognition, and the conversion factor is really high. They also have tons of organic traffic. But with Sunfrog, which we're going to talk about today, they're so good at so many different things, and other pods are good at other things. And some of them are actually good at the same thing, but not too often, but often not. Sometimes they're both good at something. So if you're doing organic and you want to just do, not market, or you're not well known, you don't have a big audience, I think your Redbubble that we touched on before is pretty good for that. TeePublic can be very good for that because they do spend quite a bit on remarketing. They take, I think, like $6 out of a $20 sale and spend it on marketing your designs for you. Zazzle has a huge following. Cafe Press has been around for a long time, and they have tons of products. So it just depends on what you're looking for. Some of the pods specialize in product breadth, right? So like Zazzle or Cafe Press, they have tons of products. Other sites really zero in on just T-shirts, right? Like TeePublic, they're really a T-shirt focused company. Rage On, their specialty is really those sublimation designs, doing the all over designs, and they do such a good job at it. Gear Bubble, they really do integrations well, right? So they integrate with Shopify, they can integrate with your big commerce site or Big Cartel, or directly into Amazon.com. You can connect it straight into Amazon right from Gear Bubble, which is kind of interesting. Some of the sites actually have like a public-facing section, and some of them have a back-end section, like a wholesale section, or something that plugs into other platforms. That's really more for another call, because there's so much to talk about with Sunfrog. We should really get into it.
Right, so let's get into it. Let's go to share your screen again. I'm going to get rid of these results.
Okay, thanks for the results, guys, by the way. It's good for feedback for us to have that.
And we'll definitely schedule some more of these if you guys are still interested. And anything else that you think that I can bring you guys. I do know a ton of people in all forms of marketing, and anything I can do to help you grow your print-on-demand or merch business. If you know a specific person, or even if you don't, something you want to learn, designing, or how to market your shirts, or just send me a message, and I will do my best. Even if I have to go hire somebody or hire a company to come and we'll do a webinar and cover anything it is that you guys think you need. I'd really like to help out the community, which a lot of people are just not trying to do. I make plenty of money doing what the other stuff I do. So, I'm trying to grow this group, and, what we do to just help everybody out here. So any ideas, send me a message after the webinar. If we could do 5 webinars a week, I don't care. I have plenty of people to help me out.
Yeah, and can I make a suggestion on one of those webinar topics, is to bring in a lawyer to talk about trademark and copyright. It's something that so many people ask about all the time, and as sellers or as makers or even as buyers, we don't always get the most current or the most accurate information on trademarks and copyright. I think that's a huge, if you want to bring in professionals, bring in a lawyer, they would probably really appreciate that.
Yeah, we've looked into that. I know Chris Green was trying to do that. I don't know if he ever actually did. The problem is every question you ask them, they have to do so much research.
Right.
And I think with Chris, I'm not sure what the specifics were with him, and I know some other people for other things have done it. Like I brought in, accountants around tax time, an ex-IRS agent who has a PhD, in accounting, who's actually my accountant. Did a couple-hour webinar with us. Those kind of things, and I'm not afraid to, I pay them. That's not the issue. The issue is, somebody who's willing to come on for one and to answer those kind of questions and have the knowledge to be able to answer those kind of questions, off the bat. We could do a lot of stuff up front, and give them things to research, but, in the end, that's always a big problem with, bringing a lawyer in is, needing to be able to backpedal and, think about every word they're going to say. So
yeah,
if we could find somebody, even if we went with some other people, if we could get a ton of questions that we could submit to them and they come on live, that could possibly work, to preset answers would probably be the only way that we could ever find somebody willing to do that. And then they really don't want, to be on record saying that. So, things change, and copyrights are just so open to interpretation. Things expire, new copyrights come in. Sometimes it's who registered first. Sometimes it's who did something else first. So I know it's a huge, important question, but and I'd be happy to do that if we could find somebody. But I don't know if we could find anybody willing. But if we did, we'd have to have a lot of questions up front. But definitely something we're going to work on.
All right, perfect. And do you want to let people know how they type in a question? So not everybody's familiar with Zoom. How would they type a question in the chat?
So if you have a question and you don't want to scroll by in the chat, if you scroll to the bottom of your screen, if you don't see it right now, but at the bottom of whatever your Zoom screen looks like, if you scroll to the bottom with your mouse, there's a Q&A button right around the middle. And if you click on that, you can ask questions, and they won't go away until we actually click that they've been answered.
Perfect. Okay, I just want to make sure everybody knows how to do that. So first, what I'm going to do is, if you flip over the screen, I wanted to go through just a general overview of why traffic is important to a site and show you what kind of traffic Sunfrog has compared to some other sites. In the book, The Merch and the World of Print on Demand, which Shawn is an affiliate with, and we have a link for that probably throughout the show. I actually put the Alexa ranking for all of the pods that are mentioned in Chapter 4. There's more than 35 of them that are in there, and I think there's actually more than 40 throughout the book. But I actually put the Alexa ranking on all these sites. You can see the comparative traffic level. And if we can share my screen, I don't know if it's already, I don't think it's shared right now. But
you can share it though.
Okay, how do I do that?
Same way you always do. Go to the bottom next to the Q&A and click on share screen.
All right, here it comes. Desktop, yes. Perfect.
There you go.
Okay, so guys, this is my screen. I apologize, I had a lot of tabs open. I was working on a bunch of stuff throughout the week, actually. It looks chaotic, but they're actually organized specifically. So I'm here at the website Alexa. Alexa is an Amazon-owned company, and what it does is it actually shows you the relative traffic ranking for websites around the world, and not just print-on-demand websites, but any kind of websites. So whether it's Facebook or Google or Amazon itself, you can type in a website up here. Let's do Google, for example, just so you get an understanding of how this works. The lower the Alexa ranking is, the better the website. So it gives you both a global ranking, and it gives you a ranking in certain countries. So for example, in this case, we can see that I typed in google.com. It holds the #1 position for the most trafficked website on the internet, the whole internet. Globally, it ranks #1. Rank in the United States is #1. And then it gives you a breakdown, right? So where it's most popular in terms of the percentage of visitors to that site. So the United States, almost 34% of people are visiting there. It's ranked #1. In India, it's the 3rd ranking website. In China, it's an interesting one here. In China, it says 10. Japan, #2. In Iran, I guess, #1. It gives you more information. So that's kind of what Alexa is. But I'm going to type in sunfrog.com, guys. And we're going to see just how popular is this Sunfrog place. So Sunfrog, globally, out of all the websites in the world, and there's millions of websites in the world, it's scrolling globally in the top 1,200, so 1,103. Okay, it's dropped a little bit from its height. It was up a little bit higher about a month. Well, it's been climbing actually pretty rapidly, but it has dropped off a little bit compared to some other sites. And then the rank in the United States, 426. So what that means is of all the websites that are available in the United States that Alexa tracks, it is number 426. It's in the top 1,000. It's in the top 500. In Q4, in December, January time, when I was writing the book in January, February, I believe that the rank in the book is somewhere around 200 or 250. So it's dropped a little bit since then. But it ranks super high, guys. And if you look at the history, this is a little histogram of what it is. It used to be, a year ago, it was close to 6,000 or 5,000 or 6,000. And it's slowly been climbing up. Actually, when I say slowly, I mean rapidly. Like, it's been rapidly climbing up in terms of total traffic for comparatively the websites. And then it's got some more information here, which is kind of interesting. Not only is it popular in the United States, of course, Vietnam. I know there's a lot of designers in Vietnam. The United Kingdom, India, France, these are some other places where it's quite popular. It highlights them on the map. And it kind of shows you here the search traffic, right? So when people are searching for it, it goes quite up. And then keywords, how do they find the site? Some other sites that are similar to it, you've got Facebook, Google, Sunfrog Shirts, google.com.vietnam, and youtube.com. So these are sites that are associated with or connected to it in some way. What sites link to Sunfrog? A lot of traffic coming from Google, from YouTube, from Facebook, from Baidu, and from Wikipedia. Interesting. What sites are related to Sunfrog? So you got Sunfrog Shirts, Teespring, Tchip, Tzilly, Tspy. Tspy is an interesting one. We should talk about that sometime. It's not a pod, but it gives you some good some good information about the designs and stuff out there. So Teespring, Tchip, and Tzilly, all great other print-on-demand platforms. But the thing I want to highlight here is how high this ranks. If we compare Sunfrog, for example, to Redbubble, which a lot of people love, and which is a great site, that was our first site that we did last week. Redbubble is 1,700 globally and 690 in the US. And you can see it's really jumped recently. So it's really gone up once almost exactly the day the book came out, actually, which is kind of interesting. I wish they could actually drill down on that. That's literally right around when the book came out. So a lot of people started using Redbubble more so than they were previously. And right now it's 690 in the US. Again, if we compare that to Sunfrog's still quite a lot higher, hundreds of sites of more traffic, comparatively, hundreds of ranks, in the United States. So I wanted to kind of set that out as the initial thing to let you know that you may or may not have used or heard of Sunfrog, but they get a ton of traffic. And we're going to go into why that is and some ways that you can drive traffic to your designs and make sales. So first of all, Sunfrog has a lot of domains. And I'm going to point them out to you. Hopefully you're able to watch the replay if you've registered for this. But if you have a pen and paper, feel free to write these down. They've got the regular website, which is just as you would expect, sunfrog.com or www.sunfrog.com. This is their public-facing website, guys. This is where the general public, if they were looking to go to Sunfrog, they would find Sunfrog here. It's going to give you a highlighted person. So right now it's Parker Kane. Parker Kane is known for making sounds with his mouse, beatboxing. He's really good at it. And they've got some other celebrities that they have here. So they've got sponsorships. I believe they sponsor NASCAR. So Gary Goulding. I'm not a racer. I don't know about racing and stuff, but it looks like they sponsor track cars of some kind. They've got all kinds of information for the public here. They've got tips on shopping. They're going to have featured artists. These are going to rotate through, guys, so there's going to be lots of different featured artists. They can see their designs there. They've got different categories. So Sunfrog itself, when you look on the categories, we can do that in a minute, they've got 21 different categories, top-level categories. One of my favorites is zombies, which I think is kind of a funny top-level category. So they got, pets, fitness, outdoors, drinking shirts, and they've got search bars for all of them, so you can start directly at them. These are the 21 categories. I'm just going to read them through real fast, so it might give you some ideas if you're looking for niches or things that people tend to buy a lot of shirts for. Birthdays, drinking, fitness, funny, music, movies, automotive, faith, gamer, geek tech, hobby, holidays, jobs, lifestyle, names, outdoor, pets, political, sports, states, TV shows, and again, I mentioned this earlier, zombies. Okay, that's kind of a funny category for a top-level comedy category, but there it is. So somebody might come in here and they might be looking for something. So let's say you wanted to see, I don't know. Let me see if I can see in the comments here. You guys could suggest something here. Why don't you guys type something in here and I'll get it here. New message. Musical theater. All right, so Gal Sweeney says musical theater. We'll type that in. And one thing that you'll notice about Sunfrog, and somebody touched on this in the comments, is Sunfrog, when you're doing keywords, they give you 3 main keywords, okay? And when you type in the first keyword and you hit the space bar, it'll lock it up, and then you have 2 other keywords. I do have a trick to get around that if you wanted your keywords to be more than just 3 individual words. If you do, let's say, musical theater, you wanted that to be a single keyword, you can copy it and paste it into the keywords on Sunfrog. So that's like a tip. if you're already using Sunfrog, you always wondered, how do I do like 6 or 7 words for my keywords? You could just copy it and paste it in, and the pasted word will be one keyword, even though it's more than one word. Because if you hit space or comma, it'll automatically lock it up as a single word. So we typed in musical theater, and we got 2 results, not a huge number of results, which is interesting. You can see recently viewed, so I was looking at some different things here. The MILF is Man, I Love Fishing, in case you thought it stood for something else. It's Man, I Love Fishing. And so there's recently viewed, so your consumers, your buyers are going to see that. They're also going to see who designed it. They have the ability to share across the 4 platforms. So they've got Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, and Google+. The shirts themselves are printed in the US, but they do ship worldwide. So I myself am not located in the US. So for example, if I wanted to order a shirt on Merch by Amazon, I don't have the option to deliver it to my house. I'd have to deliver it to a freight forwarder or to a shipping forwarder address or to a US address, and then ship it on from there. But Sunfrog doesn't have that issue. Although they print in the US, they do ship worldwide. I'm just going to point out a couple of things. If somebody's new to the site, they may not realize the size selection differences. So if we compare this to Merch by Amazon has small, medium, large, extra large, 2 times extra large, I believe 3 times extra large. But Sunfrog takes it a little further. They got 4 times extra large, 5 times extra large. These are some big shirts, guys. And then they also have different types of shirts. So you can see just from this design that we randomly picked out here on musical theater, they've got T-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, lady tees, guys V-neck V-necks. This is a T-shirt. Ladies V-necks, unisex tank tops, unisex long sleeve shirts. So they've got more than just Merch by Amazon would have T-shirts only at the moment, and they have 2 types. They've got the anvil and they've got the premium. And the premium, when you order it, it's either going to be the leftover stock from American Apparel or it's going to be the Bell and Canvas. Here with Sunfrog, you have lots of choices: T-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, V-necks, tank tops, long sleeve tees, quite a lot. And they actually have more sizing, and there's a sizing chart that you can see if you want. They also have product SKUs here. This is kind of interesting. So if you're looking for something specific, let's say you had 10 shirts and they all had the exact same title, but you wanted to see which one they were, you can look it up by product SKU, which is kind of neat. And if we wanted to see more about Shogun Tea, I believe we can copy this, so we can do Sunfrog/people/the person. Maybe not. There you go. So you can look in and see somebody's entire catalog. If you have a store and you want to drive people to your entire store and see your designs, you can do that. So this is going to be sunfrog.com/the person's, I guess their username. So if you want to see all the other designers from somebody, let's say you see a design that you really love and you want to see more, you can load more. All of these designs are going to be from one person. You can see they kind of have a similar visual look and feel. You should expect that. If you've got a lot of different look and feels, then you got to wonder where those designs are coming from. Maybe they use multiple designers to make them, maybe not. We'll see. So that's just kind of giving you an idea of what people can see on the public-facing website. This is where buyers would go. This is not really where sellers would go. Again, the categories are available here. There's 21 categories. My favorite's got to be the zombies because it's so unique. And they do have lots of good zombie shirts. Another thing I want to point out too, if as a buyer, when you're looking at the different shirts, so let's say I want to look at cat pet shirts, for example, in the zombies category even. So this is a double thing. You can look at products by type. Okay, so you can see the different types they have. So they have tops, T-shirts, V-necks, tank tops, long sleeve tees, crew sweatshirts, hoodies. They also added leggings. And they also added mugs. So leggings and mugs are quite new. Posters and canvas, I have actually not seen before. And I use this site pretty much every day. So posters and canvas, I don't know if that's brand new, like it just came out today, or if it just came out maybe while I was on the Merch Madness tour. That's a possibility as well. But Sunfrog, up until about 3 months ago, only had the tops. And then they added the bottoms, the leggings. And then they added mugs, and now it looks like they've since then added posters and canvas, so I've got to update the book. But they are adding new products. They're going beyond just the tops and the T-shirts. The other thing you're going to notice, and this is about anything that you search on Sunfrog, they do have it sorted by newest, by most popular, bestseller, and most relevant. Okay, so most relevant, this is going to be really looking at the keyword specific, so something that the keyword is going to point to it. The newest is going to show you, of course, just in date order, so it's just sorting it by date. Most popular is the ones that are viewed and clicked on the most, so they get a lot of views, they get a lot of eyeballs, a lot of people are looking at them, and that's a little bit different than what you're going to see if you go to most bestsellers. So the bestsellers are the ones that actually sell the most. Okay, so if you're looking for some niche ideas just for inspiration and you wanted to see a bestseller, let's say Star Wars shirts, for example, you could go on here, you can look at a shirt, and you could say maybe you want to see Wookiee shirts. I'm going to try that again. Wookiee shirts. You can actually go in and see the best sellers, okay? And it'll reorder them based on the ones that sell the most. So this one here is going to be selling the most, this one the least of the 6 that it's showing. Also, you'll notice when I went back there, they do have branded stuff, guys. They've got Star Wars shirts, Force Awakens, regular Star Wars, Marvel, Disney, Pixar, sorry. These are all brands owned by Star Wars, coincidentally, or by Disney, coincidentally. But the point that I'm going to point out here is you have the ability to sell other people's shirts and get paid for them with Sunfrog, something that you don't always have the option to do with other sites quite as easily as you do with Sunfrog. When we set up the account under the manager, I'm going to show you exactly how it works. Just kind of spoiler alert, here's what the commission structure is. When you sign up and you sell a shirt under Sunfrog, if somebody else sells the shirt that you made, you get paid 5% artist commission, okay? 5%. It's not super high, but it's 5%. And of course, somebody else is selling it, so they do all the work, they drive the traffic, and you get paid 5%, which is okay. You sell 20 shirts, it's 100% on one shirt. But if you sell a shirt that you drove traffic to using your affiliate link or your marketing link that they give you on every single shirt that you design, they give you 40%, so that's 40% commission on that. And if you compare that to Merch by Amazon gives you, on a $20 shirt, you get $7.68. So that gives you about 38.4. So right off the bat, Sunfrog gives you more percentage. If you sold a $20 shirt, you'd be getting 40% for the seller commission. And if you made the shirt that you also drove the traffic to, not only do you get the 40% commission, but you also get the seller 5% on top of that, or the artist 5% on top of that. So you get 40 for driving the traffic, plus you get the 5 for it being your shirt. Okay, so you sell somebody else's shirt, you get 40%. You sell your own shirt, you get both. You get the artist and you get the commission. So you get 45%. That's 45%, almost 50%, just 5 shy of that. And if you sell more than just 1 or 2 shirts, you start driving volume, they'll actually increase those percentages. Okay, so it can go beyond 45% when you're driving traffic to your own designs, or for that matter, to other people's designs. It does get higher the more traffic you drive. And so Sunfrog's kind of superpower, their magical thing that I like to talk about, is the fact that you can get paid on other people's designs, and I'll go through exactly how to do that. I'm going to kind of move off of the public site. I want to show you some other parts to Sunfrog, which I think are really worth noting. If you've got your pen and pencil, you might want to write this down. So we're going to switch from the public site to the affiliate. The affiliates, how it works here. So you go out, you pick some shirts on Sunfrog. You pick something that somebody's into, something that somebody would be interested in. You promote it online, so whether it's Facebook or Twitter or Pinterest, or you put it on your own website, you can put it on your Shopify store if you want, or BigCommerce or Big Cartel or wherever. You promote it wherever you want. You can send an email to your boss at work, or give it to your mom or your sister or whoever. You promote it wherever you want, and then profit, of course. So they pay you 40% right out of the gate, 40% for selling any shirt, whether it's yours or someone else's. And then if it's yours, you also get 5% on top of that as artist commission. There's no tipping point, so you don't have to sell a bunch of shirts in order to get those commissions. You can just sell a single shirt, and you'll get the full 40% commission on anybody else's shirt. And if it's your own, you get the 40% plus the 5%. The designs never expire, so once the shirt's up there, if you're sending them from wherever, as long as somebody clicks on the link, they get it. What they're getting at there is some designs on other sites like a Teespring or T-Chip, I think, actually has a countdown. Some of them actually have countdowns, and so they'll count down and they kind of expire and you can't get them anymore. And then high conversions, okay? So they pride themselves on the, like there's a ferret on Shawn Mayo's channel. That's very nice, Shawn. You can design collections. You can display all of your designs like we saw with that seller that we clicked on before. You can convert what designs are converting. So you can actually see the difference between views and sales on Sunfrog, and we'll show you that when we set up the account. You can do Facebook retargeting. So if you use Facebook Pixel, it allows you to add that to your designs. You can actually see what traffic is coming in from Facebook, and you can market back to audiences like that audience that got it. You can do campaign tracking, so you can track not just an individual design, but you can actually track an entire campaign. And then they have a customizable interface. So if you want to get into advanced stuff, I'll show you how to do that. I'm not going to actually demo that portion of it during the call because we just don't have time for that. I think we're almost an hour into the call here, so I'll try and speed things along. But the affiliate program is really worth noting. Okay, that's the notable feature of Sunfrog. They also have the Academy. So write this down, guys. Academy, the word academy.sunfrog.com. This is probably one of my very favorite concentrated areas where you can learn about how to do online marketing for print on demand. And although they specifically market around Sunfrog, the concepts and the things that they show you in the Sunfrog Academy, they are really applicable to all the different pods, guys. So they have a section on Facebook marketing. There's 24 courses, 24 video courses. Using Google Analytics, they'll show you how to set it up, how to link it into your account. They'll show you how to read it, how to export the information. They go really into detail about Google Analytics. Using the Sunfrog Manager, so we're going to actually open up an account. I'll show you the Sunfrog Manager, what it looks like. But they've got 12 videos there to show you how to do that. Pinterest marketing, they have another 5 videos there about how to market on Pinterest. And there's a whole library of videos, guys. So if you click on this, you can see by topic, email marketing, Pinterest, Instagram marketing. They've got different topics. You can search for things in here. This is all searching within the Academy, guys. So it's got its own domain at academy.sunfrog.com. If you check the book, Merch in the World of Print on Demand, I put a link straight to it. But I can't. Yeah, go ahead.
Was there a link to go right to the affiliate sign up? There were several questions on that.
Okay, good question. So for the affiliates, when you create your account, you're automatically an affiliate. There's no sign up. You don't have to do anything. So when you sign into Sunfrog, and we're actually do that live on the call here, we're going to create a brand new from scratch Sunfrog account so you can see how easy it is. And when you sign up, I'll show you everybody who's on Sunfrog is an affiliate. There's no extra cost for it. There's a little question mark and then 4-digit number. If you put that onto the end of any Sunfrog URL, you automatically get affiliate commissions whenever you drive traffic and it sells from that URL. So I'm definitely, when we set up the account in a second here, I'm going to show you how that works. I'm going to give you some examples. We're going to actually post some stuff to Facebook. Do we have permission to post a link to one of the shirts on your Facebook group?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, okay, so we'll actually post one on the group and we'll see if it gets any traffic. Well, maybe it will, maybe it won't. We'll see. So, whoops. Okay. So you can browse the top categories, guys, or you can go in and search for something that you're looking for specifically. They have some testimonials and things like that. Of course, they encourage you to start your own Sunfrog seller account because you don't have to be a Sunfrog member to use the Academy. It's 100% free. It's not tied into anything. You don't need to have an account with them. You can just go on and learn. So, I mean, if you wanted to learn how to market for Merch by Amazon, you can go to the Sunfrog Academy and learn about Facebook marketing. There's 24 videos. And one of the things that they point out a few times is that they succeed when you succeed. That's not only true for Sunfrog. This is for all of the print-on-demand sites. When you make a sale and you make that commission or you make the royalty, the company who made this shirt, they're making a profit too. So they love it when you make sales. Just as much as you like it, they also like it. So somebody asks here, do we lose commission if the customer uses a coupon? So you get a percentage. My understanding of this is you do get the percentage of the sale price. So regardless if they use a coupon or not, and Sunfrog does have coupons. So if you Google Sunfrog coupons, I think you can get up to 30% off shirts, which is kind of interesting. So moving on from the Sunfrog Academy, if you want to stay current on the things that Sunfrog is offering, they have different contests, new features, new things that are happening on the system. Like I just mentioned, they added leggings, they added mugs, posters, and canvas. Those are all added within the last 3 months. You can find out about stuff like that through the Sunfrog blog, okay? And the address, you might guess it, it's blog.sunfrogshirts.com. Okay, so if you want to write it down, blog.sunfrogshirts.com. They do have quite an extensive list of articles on here about licensing, for example, frequently asked questions about licensing, how to write a title and description. These are really good questions for people that are just getting started out on print on demand. Free retargeting, so they'll show you exactly how to retarget your audience and how they retarget your audience when they buy things. How to create attention-grabbing Pinterest ads, hot t-shirt tips, custom audience tracking, advanced ad types. I mean, almost every article in here, somebody's put a lot of thought, and there's probably a whole team of people that get into writing each one of these blog posts. So I highly recommend, if you've got some time and you want to really grow your knowledge about how to do print on demand even further, go into the Sunfrog blog or go into the Academy. They're both really fantastic. Right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip straight into opening up a brand new account. We're going to sign in by setting up a new account. So if you are not already on Sunfrog and you're saying to yourself, man, I don't know what's going to be hard. I don't know how to sign up for it. Maybe it takes a long time. We're going to set this up. I'm going to call my wife over because she has never used Sunfrog before in her life. She's going to set this up for you. So, are you there? All right, she's coming over, guys. A little unorthodox. The guest speaker is bringing in a sub-guest speaker. Tara is an excellent typist, so she's going to type, and she's never used Sunfrog before. So watch this. Here you go.
Let me just go ahead and mute.
Okay.
Sorry.
She says, just go ahead. All right, so I'm going to hit sign up. So it says not a seller, sign up. That's where we're going to hit it. So put in an email there, Tara.
You can see on camera.
I'll be on camera. She doesn't like to be on camera, but she's right here. You want to wave to them or something?
Oh.
There you go. That's my wife, Tara Topping. She's going to type in an email address. Looks like tara@themelaninc.com, okay? And then pick a display name. Last week she used Merch Mama on Redbubble.
Mama's merch.
Okay, Mama's Merch. There you go. And a name. So she's putting in Tara Topping. And a password. It's going to be secret. Okay, confirm the password. She's confirming that password. Typing the same thing. Choose a country. You know, we could do Cambodia. We're going to go with Canada. You can choose any country in the world. And then enter the code that appears in the image above. So it looks like B29FMQS. And she's going to click on read the terms and agreements and the mailing list. And seller sign in. Sign in successful. That's it, guys. That took like, what, a minute? Maybe 2 minutes?
It was so hard.
It wasn't that hard. Okay, so that's it, guys. That's how you create an account, right? And she wants to now, she's going to try and use her account because I know with Amazon, Merch by Amazon, it can take days or weeks to set up that account. With Sunfrog, she just set it up. And what she's going to do, she's pulling out her phone now, guys. She's got her cell phone. She's going to go and confirm to the confirmation email at tara@themelaninc.com that she set up this account. So we'll wait for her to do that. Shawn, we just set up a brand new account on sunfrog.com. Tara set one up. They sent her a confirmation email. She's going to confirm it on her phone, and then we're going to log into her account. But before we even log into her account, I'll just point out to you in the top right-hand corner here, people are asking about that affiliate thing.
Right.
Your seller ID, !29021. Mm-hmm. I noticed something very interesting. It used to be 4 digits. Now it's 5 digits. So it looks like they've crossed 10,000 sellers. So
It's
confirmed on her phone?
See it on my phone. It's confirmed.
It's confirmed. Okay. So it's confirmed. So let's, I don't know, hit enter there.
Just click on Sunfrog.
Yeah.
On the logo, it should take you to the site.
Yeah, it's going to take you to sunfrog.com. So what we actually want to do is we want to go to the manager. Oh, you don't want to see that. You want to get rid of that. Okay, she's going to type in tara@themelaninc.com. She's going to type in her password. She's just confirmed it on her phone, and she's going to log in. Boom. Okay, so this is Tara's brand new account. She just set it up. Now she has access. She didn't have to wait 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 6 months or a year or like never know when it's going to open. She just set it up. How was that?
That was super easy. Yeah.
Super easy.
Super
All right,
easy.
so let's design a shirt. So first of all, before we do that, your seller ID, that is what you use to append to any URL to get the commission on the shirts. So let's do that right away. Let's go and look for a shirt. We're going to go back to here to movie shirts. And what's a shirt that your audience would be interested in, Shawn Mayo?
I don't know. None of those. Oh, are we searching or?
Yeah, we're going to search for something that people might be interested in. We're going to put this on your Facebook group. See if Tara can get some sales today. It's a brand new account. How about sales? People are into sales. Okay, sales manager, national sales director, inside sales. I don't really see anything here. You can't beat local produce. Sure, why not? We're going to do a local produce shirt, okay? So what I did was before I went here in the Sunfrog manager, I copied her seller ID, okay? I highlighted it, question mark 29021. Right click, I click on copy, boom. And then I go to this whatever shirt that I want, and you see it has the URL here, so it's sunfrog.com/lifestyle/ you can't beat local produce, don't worry about the rest, .html. Go to the end. I hit, on a Mac, it's going to be Command V, and on a PC, I think it's Control V. And see how I added my question mark 29021? So I've added that. Then I'm going to take the whole thing, I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to go straight over to Facebook. Logging into Facebook here, and we're going to type in the Shawn Mayo print on demand.
You didn't get these off.
Or you can just go to masteringthepod.com, and it would take you right to the Facebook group.
Okay, let's do that. Masteringthepod.com. Boom, straight to the Facebook. Masteringthepod.com, guys. That's one of your fastest way to get to Mastering the Pod with Shawn Mayo. That was fast.
That was awesome.
We're going to say created live on the current call that is happening right now.
Hashtag get Tara some sales.
No, hashtag.
Don't say that.
Okay. Bye now. Okay. So we're going to test to see how this works. I'm going to hit Control V or Command V. I posted the link on here. For FTC things, I'm going to put hashtag ad so they know that it's an advertisement. And then I'm going to post it. Okay, so if everybody watching wants a brand new t-shirt, you can't beat local produce. Hopefully there's some vegans in the crowd. I know Tara's trying to be vegan sometimes. And that's how you do it, guys. We didn't even make this shirt. We put the affiliate code that comes with a brand new account that she just set up. Okay, we copied it from right here, or right here. It's on all the pages when you're in your manager, okay? And you can put it on any design that you like. I'm going to just in case you missed what we did, we copied the code, okay, copy. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to look up, what's a popular movie? Guardians of the Galaxy?
Sure.
Nemo.
Guardians of the Galaxy? You don't even have to spell it right. Okay, well, I guess you do. Galaxy. All right.
Best wife in the galaxy.
Best wife in the galaxy. Okay, perfect. So we got best wife in the galaxy. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to append the URL thing. I'm going to copy the whole link. Control C. I'm going to go straight over here, Mastering the Pod. I'm going to say comment for your wife. Try this. Hashtag ad. Best wife in the galaxy. Boom. There we go. So there's 2 shirts now you can buy. You can get the vegan vegetable one, or you can get best wife in the galaxy. That goes for both Guardians of the Galaxy and Star Wars. I mean, that's 2 crowds in one. So we just showed you guys exactly how to create those. Now, let's say if we don't want to just sell other people's shirts, which Sunfrog is fantastic for, by the way. I mean, let's say if you want to set up a niche group, like let's say you really like the Legend of the Phoenix, for example.
Or Zelda.
Or Zelda, or any kind of legend. There's all kinds of different legends. You could just go set up the Legend of the Phoenix Facebook. Or let's say you really like Xbox. You want to put in an Xbox Halo 6 or whatever the current Halo is. Set up a group on Facebook. load it up with all kinds of trademark stuff that's available on Sunfrog because you have their authorization to use it as a seller, and then put some links on there and people will buy it. It's crazy. But let's design something. So I'm going to click on design. I'm going to go right into the designer just like you would on some of the other sites that we did. We did Redbubble last time. It's going to load up a beautiful t-shirt. And I think Tara on her website needs a I Love Shawn Mayo shirt. Okay. This is probably a good shirt to do for live. And I think we're gonna do that in lobster. And we'll center it up on the shirt here. Text color, let's do a nice purple. Beautiful. Do you want a text outline? Let's do 1 pixel, maybe black. That's good. We'll snap the horizontal center. We'll make it in the middle of the shirt. And bring it to the front.
Bigger.
A little bit bigger, okay. There we go. A little bit bigger there. Maybe we also want to put a little space like that. I love Shawn Mayo.
Right, then you can make it bigger.
Exactly. Okay, so we want it to be huge.
Bigger.
See, I went outside the lines. It gives me a red box. Okay, so that happens. Again, I think maybe I love Shawn Mayo. Looks pretty good. We'll just put it right there. And we'll take off the snap to vertical so we can go up and down. See how I can go back and forth and it doesn't screw it up. You don't have to hold shift or anything like complicated programs like Photoshop. You just boom. All right, and we love that shirt. It looks good, okay? I think this shirt, I'm gonna move my box over a bit. We need it in pink for sure. And actually black is probably the best seller, so we'll do black. And I know the ladies probably go with Shawn Mayo the most, so I love Shawn Mayo, ladies shirt. We just hit next, okay? Boom. I'm making a shirt on a brand new account we just set up during this live call, which was, you know, less than 2 hours so far. Now, you can add colors here. Just hit the plus button. You can get a choice of colors. So maybe it look good in green, maybe orange not so much. How about light blue? Looks good. You have a favorite color that you want on here, Shawn? Maybe red?
Not that.
White, maybe. White looks pretty nice. Maybe green.
Come on.
A little bit strong. Maybe brown. Actually, you know what? We'll just those 4 colors are good. You can add 5 colors, okay? And then we can add another style. So right now we have ladies tee, and we're gonna do a guys tee, and we'll say black. We'll go white. We'll do dark gray, yellow maybe. Interesting one. I like the light blue. We're gonna add another store. We're gonna do youth T-shirt for kids, right? You can get this. You have kids, right, Shawn?
Yes, I have 8 kids.
Okay, you have. Did you say 8 kids? You don't have 8 kids.
No, I have 1.
8 kids. Okay, you have 8 kids. 1 kid. So we've got kids. We could get an I Love Shawn Mayo shirt for our children to support all of the things that you've done for us.
Our
like
kids
this.
do love Shawn Mayo.
Yeah. We talk about you quite a lot with our kids.
We love Shawn Mayo.
We could do a second shirt. Okay, so I'm doing some hoodies, guys. You see how easy this is? We've got a nice black. We have royal blue, white, green, maybe I think lighter color like that. There's a hoodie. Let's do a sweatshirt. You kind of get the idea how fast this is. Okay, this is very fast.
It's actually ridiculous.
It's faster than Redbubble. That's for sure. Guys V-neck. Okay, you don't have to pick all of them. You can pick some styles if you want. Let's do a purple one. Oh, this is good. Let's do black and the blue and the gray. We'll do a tank top because you never know. It's summertime. It's going to get hot. People want to mow the grass while they're letting the world know about their love for Shawn Mayo.
That looks really nice.
It does
I
look
like
nice.
that one.
They all look nice. I mean, this is a custom designed shirt, guys. We didn't even have to open up an art program. We didn't have to go to some other website. You don't even have to have software installed. Like, it's crazy. I love Shawn Mayo. Category. Okay, this is probably, is it a drinking shirt, events, faith? I think it could be a faith shirt. The I love Shawn Mayo faith. Hobby, holidays, jobs, lifestyle. I think it's lifestyle. So we'll go lifestyle and description, right? Shawn Mayo. Do you want to help me out, Shawn? What should I put in here? Why would somebody love Shawn Mayo?
My name correctly. That's
okay.
number 1.
Shawn Mayo brings the goods to the people who want the goods. What else can we say, Shawn? How about in the comments? Anybody?
Oh, that sounds scary.
Suggestions? How about Shawn Mayo? Oh, what's that saying that you had? What was it? Quit your job? Yeah. Quit your job. All right. Exclamation point. So that's good. Keywords. Keywords are going to be
Shawn Mayo.
Shawn Mayo.
Love.
Shawn Mayo. See how I hit space and it goes to? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a little tip, a little secret here. Selling online. I'm going to highlight selling online. Okay, guys. This is a secret tip that you probably wouldn't normally see this. You can do Control X to grab it, and then I'm going to paste it in. Notice I just got 2 words as one keyword. This is quite important for Sunfrog because if I hit one word selling and then space online, it only lets you do 3 tags. It wouldn't let me do it. But if I do that, I just got selling online, more than one keyword. That's a significant thing with Sunfrog.
It's a huge savings.
Yeah, like if you've got a notepad, write that down. It's worth noting. Collections, if I had a collection, I can put it in there. I don't right now. I'm going to agree to the terms and conditions. Shawn, I've got your permission to publish this shirt, buddy.
Okay.
All right. Good thing you said yes, because if I said no, I'd do it anyways. But you can do that with, there's probably a lot of Shawns, and maybe some of them like mayonnaise or different mayo things. Do you have any other family members, like brother, or I guess cousins maybe, or anybody else named Shawn in your family?
No.
No? On Facebook, when people type in Shawn Mayo, does anybody else come up? Or just you?
No, there's a black pastor named Shawn Mayo.
There you go. You could get him a copy of this. Send him a link. Be like, hey, black pastor, I made a shirt for you. It says I love Shawn Mayo. From yours truly, other Shawn Mayo. It's not a fun thing to do. So the reason we did this shirt like this, I didn't upload a design. I wanted to show you guys how fast you can create designs. You can create them on there. You can do different colors, different fonts, different. You can do different styles. You can position it differently. You can do multiple shirts, right? And it's pretty easy. I got a server error. That's something with my computer. I have special software installed, so it's actually it did work. So I'll just go here. I'm going to leave the page. Then I'm going to go to design, and I want to manage my designs. So even though it said server error, it's there. That's just my computer. If you do that at your house, you're not going to get a server error probably. So we can go on and we can click this, and we can see all these shirts that we made. Okay, we got ladies t-shirts, guys t-shirts, youth hoodies, sweatshirts, ladies v-necks, tank tops, all these things. I love Shawn Mayo, right? Let's say we want to get it on create a promo image. All right, let's do the women loving Shawn Mayo. It's gonna search here. Take a second. Sorry about the delay. All right, Tara.
Hi.
Which one of these really speaks to you loving Shawn Mayo? This one here?
Yeah.
All right. So if you're relaxing on the beach here, what color shirt would be loving the Shawn Mayo? I think a white one.
Yeah.
White or black?
I don't know.
Black.
Sure.
Okay, we're gonna do the black one. Image preview, drop your image here, okay? I believe we've already dropped it there, so let's just create it. We're creating it. This is a new feature on Sunfrog. This did not exist 2 months ago.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it is.
It was only Teespring that had
Teespring
that.
used to have this, and now they changed it so that you have to have 10 sales before you get it. But this is a brand new account, guys. Okay, if you don't recognize these images, I'm gonna just, it rhymes with place it, okay? Placeit.net rhymes with what we just saw here. I'm gonna download this. So I've got this image, and I'm gonna save image as on my desktop, Shawn Mayo. I hope you guys are enjoying this. If you do, you can't give a thumbs up because this is a Zoom, but you can leave a message in the chat box. Let us know if you like this kind of thing. All right, so we just created this image, and I think the appropriate place people would love Shawn Mayo. Love Shawn Mayo? Actually, yeah, we want to include your name here. So check out this fresh new fan shirt. We're gonna do the image first. And the desktop. Oh gosh, so many things on the desktop. Grab that. Boom. Boom. There's selling online. Yeah, right. Okay. So we need to grab the design. You just click on the design. It's got the URL right here, guys. So you don't even have to go up to your browser URL. Let's say you have it hidden so you can't see it. They show it to you right here. You can just grab it like this, right click, copy that baby, and put it into the Facebook post. Boom. And we'll post that. So now this is going to make a beautiful post. I imagine that people that are on the Mastering the Pod with Shawn Mayo are going to love Shawn Mayo. Maybe they like the shirt. When they click on that, they can pick from men's shirt, women's shirt, hoodie, you know, tank top. There's all kinds of things. So that's how easy it is to make shirts, guys. You don't have to wait months for it. If you've got questions, you want to see stats on it, you can click these different things. This is to watch a video about things. This is to go to Seller Academy. They've got some tips. This sees traffic and stats on it. These are little icons that are kind of up in the corner. If we want to see the traffic on this and see if people are right now on the live call are clicking on that right now, you can find it in Mastering the Pod with Shawn Mayo. We can go to seller reports, okay, guys? And the interesting thing about this is they claim that this is real time. So I just hit update from today, and I'm not seeing it. It used to be real time, so it used to be like as it happens, but they may have changed it so that it's on the 1 day at a time. Can you click on that, Shawn?
Yeah, I clicked on it a few times.
You clicked on it a few times, okay. So it's not live anymore. It used to be live. It is now, I think, by the day or intraday. So partway through the day, we'll see it. So now if Tira comes back on here tomorrow, she'll be able to see all the traffic. It'll show her the number of views, so how many people viewed it, what it was they were viewing. So if you have multiple designs, you can drill down by design. You can search a specific page if you want, right? You can see if there was a sale or not. So the sales, it'll automatically calculate the conversion for you, so you can see what that is. And then based on your pricing that you've got, it will show you the profit that you've earned on that. So again, if somebody else is promoting that shirt, you'll make a 5% artist commission. If we promote our own with our own affiliate link, let's just make sure that those ones we did had our affiliate link. Yeah, so when I copied it, it automatically came with the affiliate link on it. And so you're gonna get the 40% affiliate commission, and you're also gonna get the 5% artist commission. So if you guys buy either of those shirts tonight or tomorrow or whenever, maybe if you're watching the replay and you want to support Tara Topping, you can buy that shirt. It's available indefinitely, unless she takes it down or something. But
I am not taking that one down.
yeah, and she'll get both the 5% artist commission and the affiliate link. It actually separates it out here, guys. So you can see the artist portions here and the affiliate portion. You get both if you sell your own. If you're selling other people's shirts, you're not going to get the artist, but you're going to get the affiliate part, and that's 40% to start, and it goes up from there. You can share this in a collection and widgets. There's more advanced features. We can get into that in a second. You can see the profit payment details. So this is going to tell you, once you've set it up, how you want to pay it. So you can set up through Payoneer. All those international sellers out there, Canadians, Australians, you know, if you're in Europe right now, we're speaking to you, you can use Payoneer. You can use PayPal, or you can direct deposit into your account if it's a U.S. bank. They used to offer checks as well. I'm not sure that I see checks on here anymore, but they had checks previously. The pods are always changing, guys. So I don't know if we mentioned that at the beginning, but they constantly change. Even just today, that place it image, that is new stuff. That was not there 1 month ago. Same thing with canvas and posters. Those are new to Sunfrog. They had mugs, they had leggings, and they had all the shirts before, but they're constantly changing. Again, your seller rate right here. The more you sell. So if you sell 15,000 plus, it goes up to 42% from 40. If you go 30 plus, 44, and 45,000 plus, you get 45%. Okay, so if you get 45% plus your 5% affiliate, you can literally get 50% commission, 50% commission on Sunfrog shirts. If you wanted to delegate yourself as a charity and you have the appropriate paperwork in the country that you live in, you can do that. You can put in your address information here. You can fill that out after you do it. And again, from what I've read on Sunfrog, you get the payments sent automatically to the place where you choose to receive them. Once the dollar amount that you have is above $50, 50. If it's less than 50, it won't automatically pay. But if it's more than 50, it'll give it to you every 2 weeks. Okay. Now, here's an interesting thing about Sunfrog. If your sales commission or the amount owing to you exceeds $250, a little button will pop up, and you'll have the option to pay yourself on a daily basis. So think about Q3, Q4, when stuff really picks up and you start to get those sales coming in, you are going to be able to pay yourself on a daily basis as long as your payment owing is $250 or more. You can also check your current payout. So I don't see any current payout here, guys. Clearly nobody's buying the shirt just yet. We made our own custom shirt. We did the vegan shirt, and we did best wife in the galaxy shirt, guys. Like, surely somebody's got a birthday or something coming up,
Or
an anniversary,
and support you that way too.
Oh, you could purchase the book and support Tara that way as well. So guys, when you make sales, the profit will show up here. It'll tell you the date that it happened on, how many were sales, what the purchase price is, and it'll break out both the seller commission and the artist commission. It'll give you the current payout, and as I mentioned earlier, if it exceeds $250, you'll get an extra button on the side here, and this button will allow you to pay it out on a daily basis. When you go into the advanced features under share, you have the ability to customize your landing page. So they've got all kinds of different options here. You can change where the payment icon is. You can either show it or not show it, satisfaction guaranteed, printed in the US icon. If you're advertising to people in the US, they may like to know that it's printed in the US. But if you're advertising primarily to people in like, I don't know, maybe Syria or North Korea, maybe you don't want to put printed in the USA. Maybe you want to take that off. So you can put either 1 or 0, show or don't show. Recently visited, you can show them that. You can have the social comments turned on or off so people can comment about your shirts. You can change the color of your buttons here, guys. You can change what you want to show, either add to cart, buy it now, purchase. You have all these different options, okay? You also have under analytics, you want to analyze your traffic. You can see by date what kind of traffic you have. So today, yesterday, last 7 days. You can actually add conversion tracking. So this is where you add the extra links and things, guys. So if you go in and you want to use a Facebook default pixel ID, you can use that. You can add Google Analytics. So if you want to see demographic information about your buyers, if it's men or women, age range, geographic location where they're coming from, all the things that Google Analytics tells you, you can bring up on all of your listings or on your entire Sunfrog channel. So if you want to see what kind of demographic information is there, I recommend adding Google Analytics. If you want to find out how to do that again, you can find that out in the Sunfrog Academy. You can also find that out through their YouTube channel, which I'm going to show you in a second here. You can have a Twitter ID, so you want to link this to your Twitter traffic and find out how your Twitter conversions are going. And Pinterest ID, same thing. So on business Pinterest, you have the option to track your conversions on links that are coming in or using or connected to Pinterest. I recommend adding all 4, guys. Add yourself a Facebook pixel, add yourself the Google Analytics, add yourself the Twitter ID, add yourself the Pinterest ID, and just track the crap out of your listings. Why not, right? So in the interest of time, it's been about an hour and a half, and I've done tons of talking. Let's hear from you guys. What other questions do you have about this? Or Shawn, do you have any comments or questions or anything? Things you want to point out?
Did you cover where you can see how many yeah, that's the analytics that we looked at. That won't show you until the next day. So you can't really see in real time how many each shirt has.
It was real time before, but if you go to traffic and then you go to seller reports here, this used to be real time. It looks like there's a delay right now. It may be because it's a brand new account. I'm not really sure, but I'm pretty sure it used to be real time. So you can click on update. Yeah, I don't know if it's because it's a new account. like we just set up this account during the call, so maybe because it's new, but it used to be real time. If not, it's definitely by the day. So you have today, yesterday, and the last 7 days, right? I know that we've had some views because for sure people are clicking on this right now. It's either because it's a new account or something has changed. Again, there has been already like 4 changes that I've noticed here since I logged in like in the last 2 days. So things do change, but normally you can see this in real time.
Okay.
It may be just because it's a new account.
Let's talk about the traffic now. Organic traffic. There's only 3 keywords, so
Right.
pulling things. Obviously, it's not just pulling things up by those keywords. It has to be using titles and descriptions to find products that people are looking for. So just
That's
like
right.
everything else, merch by Amazon doesn't have any keywords. So
There's no tags, no keywords on merch by Amazon. I mean, they have a description, and you can bring up keywords that way. Sunfrog gives you 3 specific keywords, and then anything that's in the title, description, of the keywords, those were all indexed very well on Google. Sometimes it takes a couple days for it to index 100%, but once you've got something into Sunfrog, if you start driving traffic to it, Google picks up on that, and they start indexing it. And Sunfrog has excellent SEO, guys. Just like Amazon.com has excellent SEO, if you have an Amazon.com shirt or a Merch by Amazon shirt, it's going to come up in Google right away after it's been indexed. Same thing with Sunfrog, same thing with Redbubble. All of the pods have excellent SEO, and they're very competitive because there's like more than 50 of them. And they're all competing for your business and for your buyer's business.
Right, Kristen. So Kristen asked the question. So, the answer is it's everything. Every description, title, keyword that you put in is important for your keyword. Just because it says keywords doesn't mean that's the only thing you're going to look at. You need to look at every kind of descriptor word is going to be part of your keywords.
Let's go test that out. We said we did an I Love Shawn Mayo shirt earlier here. So we go to the public website. We type in Shawn Mayo.
It doesn't come up.
Not yet.
No. It's going to take time to get indexed, and especially with Google, your shirts are going to be definitely on a delay. Anything that's being indexed. Team Mayo.
Well, there's a lot of Mayo shirts here. You got Team Mayo. It's a Mayo thing. It's a Mayo thing in different styles.
I've been promoted a lot of these shirts in Facebook ads.
Yeah.
Mayo blood runs through these veins, definitely. Scroll down a minute because I've seen some other ones here.
It's a Mayo thing you wouldn't understand. I may be wrong, but I know that I am a Mayo.
Yeah, that green one I think that I've seen before, and so people are using this definitely to promote. Especially there's a ton of hacks to do promotions with shirts. So people make these with keywords of last names, and then make 100 or 1,000 different shirts, and then target everybody with that name on Facebook. And the same with your birth month. Everybody that's in January, you can have a January shirt. You can also have a shirt for all the different signs. It's only 12 signs in a year, so there's all kinds of targeting you can do with Facebook.
Something to point out as well, and you touched on it for a second there. If you want to do 1,000 shirts, go ahead and do 1,000 shirts. You want to do 1,000 shirts today? Go ahead and do 1,000 shirts today. Merch by Amazon gives you a daily throttle limit and then a maximum tier, and then they throttle your designs based on the traffic and who they want to see there, right? These sites don't do that. Like Sunfrog allows you to upload, 10 million shirts. I guess technically if you wanted to. It was just limited to how long it takes you to set up, right? If you want to have a VA or 10 VAs and upload shirts all day long, you could upload 1,000 shirts a day, right? In terms of scope or size of the designs, remember we said before, you can go in and let's say we wanted to target this whole category. I don't know if we can target the whole category. I don't think we can. So if you go into, it's a Mayo thing you wouldn't understand, or is there a shirt here that really stands out to you, Shawn?
I don't care. I wouldn't buy any of these, but
keep calm and let Mayo handle it. I think that's a good one. So if I want to go here and again get your seller ID, just since we're talking about it, you can add this here, And you can retarget your friends if you want, right? So you go on here, you can go on here, you can go into your own thing here, you can check out your friends, bring up Shawn Mayo.
Well, I mean, you can't target your friends, but
oh, sure you can. You can target. We're friends. I'm gonna target right now.
You can post to their wall. I mean, it's not going to be public, but nobody's going to see this. But sure, go ahead.
Yeah, we could probably just remove it later if you don't like that. Awesome shirt, Shawn Mayo. Keep calm and let Mayo handle it, right? Why wouldn't we keep calm and let you handle it? You're really good at this stuff, Shawn. So, okay, so guys, that's how easy it is with Sunfrog. You can go in, you can pick any shirt that you want, and you can use it to target all kinds of things. They have over 11 million shirts. That's more than 1,000% more shirts than Merch by Amazon has. At the moment, Merch by Amazon has just under 900,000, so somewhere between 800 and 900,000 shirts. These guys, Sunfrog has more than 11 million shirts to choose from, right? Cinco de Mayo is coming up. So I guess Cinco de Mayo. You can pick one of these and you can target a group that celebrates just about any holiday. If you wanted to do an Easter shirt, I know Easter has gone by already, but if some people like to buy Easter shirts all year round, you can go in here. And the other thing too is you can sort by bestsellers. So we know that Easter just happened. We sorted by bestsellers. We used the keyword Easter, and we just got a sorted list out of 11 million designs of which one sells the best. Which one sells the best? Okay, Peter Cottontail, hot seller, 3 of the top 4 shirts. Cross training, so that may appeal to certain religious groups as well as cross trainers, I guess, if you're in training for a marathon or something. Happy Easter Day. You know, we've got Disney brand trademarks on here, guys, and you can click on it. If you want to do a mini merch shirt like that and you want to add your seller ID, you can just copy it. You can paste it on there. Okay. Boom, we got that now. And we could take that and we could put this on, I don't know, a Minnie Mouse fan page on Facebook. So Minnie Mouse, very popular. We'll see if we can post on it or not. Follow posts. No. If you ever want to see if you can post on a group or not, you can go to the page, click on posts, and if it has posted by public, then you can see that it's you're allowed to post by public or not. Just a quick tip. Product groups. Okay, maybe some groups. Kind of interesting. You've got your friends and how they like that. So, Shawn, do you have some comments while I'm doing this? Because I'm just kind of posting things to a Minnie Mouse group.
Sure. What do you want to talk about?
So, is there any other questions that have come up in the Q&A that we haven't answered already?
No, not really. I think everybody's just watching what's going on.
Okay. So, I mean, you can post a Minnie Mouse shirt into a Minnie Mouse group, just like that. Just make sure you have hashtag ad to be compliant with FTC rules around posting advertisements. Lisa Barber says, yes, love it. Julia Winka says, great stuff. Anna Zach says, Shawn Mayo, Merch King. Okay, so yeah, you can make shirts on any of these things. Do we lose commission if the customer uses a coupon? I believe you get a percentage of the sale. So if they use a coupon, you're going to make less money overall, but not, it doesn't come out of the coupon's pocket first or anything. I know an IP lawyer has been helpful for me, asked if I'd be interested in talking to you, a former software developer, so he's well versed in the modern problems. Okay, so Susan Sullivan, I think that's related to whether or not we should bring a trademark lawyer or not. There's a link to the book, Merch in the World of Print on Demand by Jacob Topping. So I'm Jacob Topping, if you didn't know. And I have a book called Merch in the World of Print on Demand. Shawn has a link here. So I'm just going to post it down below so everybody can get to that if you want. So if you click on that, it'll take you straight to the book. Julia Winka said, probably should have voted after Jacob explained them all. Yeah. So there was a vote earlier. Francine says hi there. Hello. Kristen R says hey. Hello. And just gonna check to see the Q&A. It says, does it integrate with Shopify and WordPress? Okay, so does it integrate? So what you would do is, Francis Ong, if you wanted to integrate any of your Sunfrog designs with Shopify or with WordPress, you can actually just use your affiliate link and you can just post those as regular links. So any site in the world that has URLs linked to it, you can just drop those affiliate links into those. And so yes, you can integrate it with your Shopify site, and you can also integrate it with your WordPress site. It doesn't have, I don't think it has a direct integration with Shopify in the Shopify store, but let's explore that. So if you don't use Shopify already, I really recommend that you do that. They have an app store. You can always check to see if a pod is integrated with them or not. So you just go to the Shopify app store. In here, you would type in the thing that you want to integrate. So you type in Sunfrog, and they got Printful, Zonify, and Importify. Sunfrog with a space. No, I wouldn't say that they have a direct integration, but you can put in a link on there. So if you have a website, whether it's Shopify connected or not, you can definitely do a direct link using your URL from Sunfrog. Anna Zax asks, if you put Sunfrog and Redbubble links to your designs on your social media, aren't you just splitting your audience? How do you decide which design to promote on which pod? It depends on who your audience is and where you're posting. So if it's something like Shawn, for example, he's got his own Facebook groups. If he wanted to promote to his own groups, I would recommend personally using one or the other for each group. If you have multiple groups, you could use a different pod for each group, depending on how they buy. The other part of it is they do have different products, right? So if you wanted to, for example, sell leggings to people, you might use Sunfrog for leggings, and you might use clocks or cell phone covers for, you might use a Redbubble link. So it just depends. For things that are exactly the same, so if you're doing T-shirts, it may be a personal preference. The profit difference is a little bit different on every site. So again, Sunfrog, you make a percentage of the sale, and Redbubble, you can actually adjust your percentage. So you can make it go up or down. You can actually change the price. Okay, so if you want to make more money than Sunfrog, you could jack up the percentage. If you want to make less and give a more affordable option to your people, then you could make it go lower. So you do have that option as well with Redbubble versus Sunfrog. And each of the pods have nuances, right? They all have different things, as we mentioned earlier in the call. So I guess, yeah, technically you are splitting your audience. You could actually, sometimes what I've done, and I don't necessarily recommend this, but I've put a link to multiple things. So I'll give you an example. For Spud Up, and I think I've talked about this before, but Spud Fit is a potato diet that I was on in September, and I also did it in January and February. And there was about 450 people in a potato group, all just eating potatoes all the time for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I wanted to advertise a potato shirt for them, so I did one on Merch by Amazon. But the problem was there was a lot of people that lived outside of the U.S., and so they couldn't get the shirt directly. So I made a link on Redbubble, which delivers worldwide, and I had a separate one for Merch by Amazon, just for people in the U.S., because a lot of people like to use Amazon Prime. It's got fast 2-day shipping. And so I made 2 links to the same design on 2 different platforms, and I let people decide which they wanted, right? So for people in Australia, the group itself is based in Australia. So people in Australia tended to use the Redbubble link, and people in the U.S. tended to use the Amazon link. But you can use different links to different audiences. Theoretically, you are splitting the audience, but sometimes the audience itself is split, so sometimes that makes sense. So I'm just click Answered Live. Hopefully that answered your question. Gal Sweeney asks, how many different pods do you regularly use? Shawn, what are you on now? What are you using?
I'm only on a handful. I'm just starting with, print on demand. So, I'm not a good judge because we just have so much other stuff going on. I've got hundreds of designs that have been done for me that I just haven't
Yeah.
had time to upload. So I'm not selling a ton of stuff. I'll be the first to admit it. I started on this journey to learn along with everyone else, and drag everybody kicking and screaming, into this wide variety of print-on-demand sites. So we're starting, but we're ready to gear up pretty quickly. I'm training my team. We're training some VAs on how to use the different ones. I want to make sure everybody's doing it well. We've been on merch for quite a while, so I'm on the 500 tier. So we're selling. I wouldn't say a ton, but
You just tiered up this week, right, to 500?
Yeah, we just tiered up from 100 to 500. So
same with me. So I've been on Merch by Amazon since September, but I was frozen at 25 until March. Not because I didn't have the sales, but because everybody was frozen. So I was in tier 25 for 6 or 7 months. And even though in my first month, I think I had more than 30 sales. So, but to answer your question, and I don't know who it was for, so that's why I asked Shawn which platforms you're on. So you can see them right here because I use them all the time. There's Merch by Amazon, Sunfrog, Redbubble, Zazzle, Cafe Press, Teespring, Spreadshirt, Teechip, TeePublic. Those are the pods that I use most regularly. I made a board for it because people ask me this quite a bit. So I use Amazon, Redbubble, TeePublic, Spreadshirt, Printful, Cafe Press, Teespring, Sunfrog, Zazzle. I have a Shopify website and a regular website, Merch by Amazon, and Teechip. So that's what I'm currently on. The book itself, so Merch in the World of Print on Demand, covers additional ones. So we also cover Society 6, Printora, Scalable Press, Custom Cat, T-Launch, Rage On, Bonfire, Motif, Gear Bubble, Threadless, Screen, Represent, Designed by Humans, Etsy, and more. So this is a handy board that I use because I get that question a lot. I'm on, I think I'm on 13 different platforms for pods right now. And by the end of this month, I'll be on 25. But in addition to the pods that I'm on, this is a little known fact, okay? So you ready for the little secret fact about Jacob? I manage other people's pods too. So I do my own, and I have at least 9 other pods that I manage for people. I guess we just added another one with Tara's new account that we set up today, so that would be 10 now. So I've got 10 other people's pods, and then I have around 12 or 13 of my own that I use regularly, like every day. Hopefully that answers your question. All right, Patricia Larson, Zazzle seems very complicated. Can you do a webinar sometime showing us to upload and how to use this platform? Absolutely. Patricia, I'm going to give you a quick tip on Zazzle. What you do is you go create new shirt, create it as if you're going to do it for your own. And then after you've created it, click on sell this shirt. And that's probably the easiest way to do it. It is complicated. There's tons of information. I find Zazzle has a lot of buttons on it. That was on our survey tonight, so hopefully we'll get to it later. But it looks like our next week, is it next week that we're doing the next one, Shawn? From the poll?
We're going to try and do one every week,
Okay, so we'll do Gear Bubble next week. But if there's more interest in Zazzle, we can definitely cover it. It's one that I use quite a bit. It is a little bit complicated. Gear Bubble is really interesting because it has so many different ways you can do it. And I got to mention a few things about Sunfrog before we wrap up the call, but I want to make sure we get through all the questions first. So we'll answer the questions, but don't forget to let me come back to some other things because actually I have some tabs to talk about. Out of all the pods, which ones perform the best, make the most sales? It's totally random. I was talking with somebody yesterday morning and a different person today where they said they've signed up for like 6 or 7 different pods that are in the book. The book itself that I wrote, The Merch in the World of Print on Demand, of Print on Demand, it has more than 35 print-on-demand platforms. And this person that I was talking with yesterday and a different person today, they both said they're surprised because most people talk about Merch by Amazon because they do have huge organic traffic just because there's so much traffic to Amazon.com. But these people are actually making the most sales on other platforms. So one person said they made 3 or 4 sales on Spreadshirt and they still haven't made a sale on Merch by Amazon, even though they have the same designs on both platforms. I was talking to another person where they said they made 2 or 3 design sales on Rage On. Again, I mentioned they're really good for the sublimation shirts or the all-over prints. Those shirts aren't even possible on Amazon, Merch by Amazon. You can't do them on Merch by Amazon because they don't offer that. They don't have sublimation, right? So it depends on what you're selling and who you're selling to. Shawn had mentioned he's got audiences. So for Shawn, I would recommend something more like Sunfrog. But if it was somebody with no audience and they want organic traffic, something like Redbubble might be better. Or TeePublic might be really good for them, right? If you market to sort of younger people or people that are into trends like movies and things like that, TeePublic is really good. I mean, they offer shirts for $20 and you still get a pretty hefty commission on it. But the first 3 days up on the site is $14 and they have sales and stuff. So they do drive traffic to your site. So I would say it depends on what you're selling and who you're selling it with. In terms of traffic to the sites, I do rank all of the sites in the book, Merch in the World of Print on Demand, just so that you can see how much traffic they're getting. It's a good indication of potential sales. But kind of a good example in the book that I gave is there was a shirt for the Women's March in Washington that happened this year. And they put up the one design on Bonfire. Bonfire, I haven't heard a lot of people talking about Bonfire, but it's great for fundraising. And the one design in 2 weeks sold $500,000 worth of shirts. So I would say that was a very effective campaign. $500,000 in 2 weeks with one design is pretty good. And I was using Bonfire. Wait, it's something that I don't hear a lot of people talking about. So is there any other questions, Shawn? Do you see anything else, even in the chat or in the...
No, but I just want to reiterate that last comment.
Okay.
It's important to understand that people are going, like we said in the beginning, where they go. So, if you're selling it, wherever you're selling on Sunfrog or Merch, it's because they're going there looking for, a certain topic. They don't have the same idea of a design in their mind that you just happen to have made, and say, oh, if I don't see this exact thing, I'm going somewhere else. Like I said, they're going looking for a certain word or a keyword, and it's probably already there, and you're probably just going to be adding to it. So, remember, if you have it, the more places you have it, the more people you have access to. It's not a shop around, best deal shopper type situation. People are buying this shirt for $20 or they're buying it for $25. The only thing you have to worry about is, am I selling it for more than my audience would be willing to pay for a t-shirt? It's not, is this t-shirt worth $25? Are they paying this for a t-shirt? And am I uploading it to a site where they're going to look for it? Or that person happens to be going to, because that's all it is. It's luck of the draw. It's, is that the place that this buyer happens to always go to? Because the Sunfrog customers are always going to Sunfrog, and your Amazon customers are always going to Amazon looking for t-shirts.
Yeah, and there's a lot of new people buying shirts. Like, there's a trend towards online shopping. If you haven't noticed, there's a lot of people that are buying stuff online that previously either didn't buy stuff because they were, not born yet, or because they used to previously shop brick and mortar, and they're buying stuff online now. So there's a lot of new shoppers. They might go to Google and type something in, and often Amazon will give them a great SEO. But some of these other pods, they outrank Amazon. So for example, I'll give you a good example. I'm on almost 12 or 13 pods. Depends on how you count them, because some of them are kind of integrated. If I do a design and I give them a similar title, and then I go and search for them 2 days later after they've all been indexed to Google, I'll see multiple listings for my design. But the one that shows at the top is not always Amazon. It's not always Sunfrog. It's not always Redbubble. It changes all the time. Sometimes it's TeePublic. Sometimes it's Spreadshirt, sometimes it's Teespring, sometimes it's Cafe Press or Zazzle. It just depends on who the audience is. Like, the search engine traffic will give you what it thinks you're looking for, because it wants to drive satisfaction, right? Just like Amazon wants happy customers, and you as a seller, you want happy customers, right? So you want to give them what they want. Yeah. In terms of which one's the best or which one makes the most sales, it really depends. And it can change from time to time, like, it's quite seasonal. So at some points in the year, maybe Spreadshirt really shines. Other times in the year, maybe Teespring really shines. It changes throughout the year, so it kind of depends. It's not as easy a question to answer as you might imagine. Thanks for the shout out, Becky Sill. I see in the comment. She said, I purchased the book last week. Love it. Created my first items today. Buy the book. Thanks, Becky. You got to check out near the end. There's a whole section on how you can tell people about how much you love it. So check that out. Shawn, any final comments? I think we're going to wrap it up.
No, I think this was awesome. If you liked it, let us know. If you didn't, let me know. I'll let Jacob down easy, and but whatever. Just let me know your feedback so we can continue to improve. The topics we're bringing you guys.
Oh, there's a couple other things I want to show that I wanted to make sure we didn't forget. So
Forgot.
Well, we almost forgot. So there's a Sunfrog YouTube channel. So go check that out. Just like the Sunfrog Academy that we talked about, the Sunfrog blog that we talked about, the Sunfrog YouTube channel has lots of good videos, and I actually categorize them into different categories. So they've got Facebook advertising, Pinterest business, Google Analytics, design research, like how to research popular designs to make. And they've seen their interest to help you to sell as many shirts as possible. So they do categorize those. If you go into their videos page, they do have a lot of videos. Some of them have as many as, tens of thousands of views per video. I guess they don't get a lot of views, but their content's really good. So you definitely want to check out the Sunfrog Shirts YouTube channel. They also have a Facebook channel. So I really recommend following these guys, just like the blog, and you get that current information as it comes out. If you go and follow, a lot of the pods are like this as well. Like Redbubble has a blog, Sunfrog has a blog. Many of the print-on-demand sites, they do have blogs, but they also have Facebook channels. And sometimes they'll have special events and things like that. They'll have featured artists. They will have ideas on how to market things better. If something changes or there's a trend, they'll let you know. This one looks like it's got some funny things on it. But they actually do have really good content on all of these things. So go check them out. And from last week, we did Redbubble. I forgot to mention something that's pretty interesting. Tara pointed it out to me today. She's like, did you mention the app? And I'm like, well, no, I didn't mention the app. What should you think? Do we forget to mention the app? So, guys, last week, I apologize. Redbubble has an app for iOS. I believe it's on Android as well. So if you go to the App Store and you type in Redbubble, you can download the app. Just as a tip from last week, I guess. I forgot to mention it. So check that out as well. And, Shawn, I'll let you conclude, do a wrap-up. Of course, we want the feedback on these. People like them if they want different content.
Awesome. Anything, as we said earlier, we can do to help you expand your merch selling, please let us know. Join my group. We posted the link to Jacob's book. When we send out the replay, we will send you, a replay of this, of course, all the links to sign up, links to the shirts if you didn't get them, and basically anything else we talked about. We'll shoot all those links out to you guys. And next week, we're probably going to be changing this from Fridays. Friday's not a great time. It's just with all the previous webinars I already had scheduled, it was the only day available. So I'm
happy to come on any day of the week. Right. So whatever works best for people, whatever works best for you, Shawn, I'm happy to come on and answer. And I love going through the pods. It gives us a bit more time to really look at the nuances and stuff and point out some of those tips. Like copying and pasting multi-words into Sunfrog. Really can't overestimate how important that is.
Awesome. So we'll probably maybe be doing it on Wednesday, or they can talk so much that I really don't want to do this any later at night. So we're probably going to be doing it, on a different day. So
we could do it earlier too if it's too late.
If you're not in the group now, if you're not in my group, it's masteringthepod.com. We'll take you right to the Facebook group, and we'll see you guys next time.